many of you have got too many things to do at one time? Just a few of you, right? Here are 8 simple steps you can take to try to stay on top of things. Number 1, summarize your day. How many of you drive 20 minutes or more to or from work? This is when you want to summarize your day. Get one of those little micro tape recorders, or if your MP3 player's got a record feature on it, or a handheld computer, and just talk to yourself. Have a dialogue on your day. You just start talking about all the things that are on your mind and get them on the recorder. Then when you get home, focus on your non-work relationships. Leave the recorder in the car. Spend time with your family, time with your spouse, your children. Do things in the community. Be involved in your church, social groups in the community. All those things that have nothing to do with work but are part of your life, focus on those relationships. Get a good night's sleep. Now, for those of you out there who still think you can get by on 4 hours of sleep a night, you're probably right for a while. But you need to get at least 6 to 8 hours of good, solid sleep every night if you expect to be functional at work, because you've got to recreate yourself for the next day. So you need to get a good night's sleep. Once you've got the good night's sleep, then you want to review your summary. You're in the car, you're driving back to work, and now you rewind your recorder, you play it back to yourself. All those things you were thinking about on your way home, now you refresh your memory, you get yourself geared up to work, you're starting to transition the other way now. So now you're thinking about these things. You get into work, take your first 10 or 15 minutes of the day for closed door planning time. I used to go into work 15 minutes early, and I would arrive 15 minutes before the start of the official workday. I wouldn't turn on the lights in my office. Do not answer the phone until the start of the official day. If you don't need the computer, don't even turn it on. Don't check your email right away. This is your tape recorder, your calendar, your memo pad, and figure out what you want to get done that day. This is short-term planning. Then when the day starts, you've got your plan. You can work your plan, turn on the lights, answer the phone, do all that stuff. Reserve a small part of every day for long-term planning. I try to take about a half hour a week and at least a half a day every month to do what I call thinking strategically. I want to think what's happening in the next weeks, months, years. I want to think about the future. I want to dream in the future, what's coming up. And then I can decide what do I need to do now to get ready for this stuff later. But if I don't set aside that time to think outside the box, to think strategically in the future, then I'll never be doing the immediate things that I need to do to prepare for the future, and I'll be stuck in the present. And I'll never get into the future. Don't do anything new throughout the day. Now there's a new one for a lot of you, I'm sure. Don't do anything new throughout the day. All of us, no matter how organized you are, at various times will have more stuff than you can handle. And it's all quadrant 1 stuff. When I get into that situation, I set aside a quadrant 1 day. Now it might not be the whole day, it might be a morning or an afternoon or 6 out of the 8 hours that I'm working, but I take a good chunk of time and I dedicate that to quadrant 1 work. All right? And all I'm trying to do is get it out the door. I don't do anything new. Yes, I could install this software and do it better, but not today. I'm going to get it done and out the door. Yeah, I could find a better way of doing this, but today it's done and out the door. And yeah, I could talk to somebody about doing this differently, but not today. It's done and out the door. Get in your rut and stay there. Do it the way you've always done it. You're practiced at it. Get it done and out the door. And then all this quadrant 1 work is done. You feel better. You can breathe deeply. And now you can start focusing on the future and take everything else in stride. Because all those crises are over with. But on a quadrant 1 day, don't do anything new. Do it the same way you've always done it. Get in your rut. Stay there. Plow through that work. You start at the top of the pile, work your way through the bottom because they're all quadrant 1. And then finally, make small notes throughout the day. We want to break out of this stop-start mode where we get started in something, stop it, do something else, stop this, do something else, and stop, start, stop, start. We want to focus on one task and try to take it to completion. But even if we're trying to do that, we get these things, I call them brain flashes. get this great idea, pops into your head, you're in the middle of doing something. And you try to set it aside so you can stay focused on the task because you know you got to get this stuff done. But that thing is still there and it's still pulling you away from this task. Well, give into it. I carry a pad of those 2-inch square Post-it notes everywhere I go. I get one of those brain flashes. I'm in the middle of doing something. I'm going to stop, write it down, take that Post-it note. I'm going to stick it in my planner, slap it on the side of my computer monitor, put it in a notebook, but it's there. Now I can forget about that because I've captured it. I put it someplace where I can recall it later. Now my mind is free of that great idea because I know I can look it up later. Now I can focus on the task. So make these small notes on these brain flashes throughout the day. And that's all you're going to need. And those 8 things will help you to get through when you got too many things to do at once. Because we've got to keep that balance in our lives, focus on our non-work relationships, as well as our work relationships. Because if the scales get unbalanced, it's not going to work. Any questions on it?